going on, Jerome's? So generally, we try to be objective. A little bit more on the purple positivity side, but objective. And we always say that refs are human. They make mistakes. And even though, I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways where they can justify and fix blown calls, there will be mistakes. You have to play better than the ref's ref because errors will happen. And sometimes they'll go in your favor. But it feels like with the Vikings are especially cursed when it comes to getting boned by the officials. And, of course, the ones born under a beautiful sign of Patrick Mahomes, although the refs couldn't bail them out against the Raiders on Sunday or Monday. Woo! All that stuff. And, of course, we know the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers for years. The league has been in their back pocket when it comes to officials, but it sort of is what it is, right? But when it's so egregious and every single high leverage call goes against you, a little bit of cause for pause. And here's the thing too, where I know that people look at the Lions game and be like, well, the Vikings and the Packers had a pretty similar yardage when it comes to penalties. That does not matter. Well, it was like, hey, you're telling me that a 5-yard penalty on 1st and 10 in the first quarter is the same as a 5-yard penalty and automatic first down on 3rd and long in the fourth quarter? You're telling me that? In a vacuum, those calls mean the same. Nah. So against the Lions, there was some egregiousness going on. There certainly was. And, of course, the Patrick Jones roughing the passer as well as the scoop and score that got taken off the board. It's ridiculous, man. So the BS from Sunday, the phantom roughing the passer on Patrick Jones' second, which turned a 3rd and 24 to a 1st and 10 on the Viking side of the field. It just minorly changed the momentum there. Also, there was a missed face mask by Jameson Williams on Mekhi Blackman. The Cam Beasley scoop and score was taken off the board because they determined... No, not that one. They determined that Jared Goff's arm was moving forward, but when it was moving forward, it was empty. Also, it was not moving forward by the time that Jordan Hicks contacted him, causing the strip sack. The ball was out. It was a fumble. It should have been a touchdown for the Vikings. These two were on the same drive. Actually, the Jameson Williams face mask was on the same drive, too. So all 3 of those calls, and the Lions only got 3 points. This is a fraudulent team, man. Also, Jameson Williams, habitual line stepper, no penalty for illegal touching when he went out of bounds. Ed Ingram penalized for blocking a defender during a live play. And also, I love Jonathan Vilma. You can't do that. Oh, please, Jonathan Vilma, talk about player safety. Get the hell out of here. Backwards pass by Goof in the direction of Gibbs was ruled incomplete, giving the Lions back field position. And then also the Jalen Williams illegal contact on a key 3rd and long. Vikings would have got the ball back with significant time remaining. But, like we said, all of that had to go the Lions' way, and they still only won by 1 score. And the Vikings had a shot at the end. So, again, fraudulence. And, again, complaining about the refs, it transcends sports. It transcends eras, everything. I fully understand that. But, again, when every single high-leverage penalty tends to go against you, or every single high-leverage officiating call goes against you, it's rough, man. And Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell had some choice thoughts, especially about that scoop and score. Kramer Strib, go. Kevin O'Connell asked about explanation on overturned fumble, recovery for touchdown, said, I did not necessarily see it the same way. He then brought up other questionable calls after loss, quote, so it was confirmed via the replay assist, which was unfortunate because I would have loved to have heard it was an official's ruling, so I maybe could have thrown the flag. That's why the Vikings didn't throw the challenge flag, because it was expedited review. The views I had, I did not necessarily see it the same way, but that's why I'm on our sideline and not in the field officiating the game. Well, also because you have talent. Maybe there were some views I did not see, but that's momentum in its clearest form when your defense can force a turnover and get 7 points out of it. Huge momentum plays. There was another 2nd and 26 where they got us on a roughing call. I have to go back and take a look at that one. The illegal contact on Jalen Williams, just knowing how they were defending us a lot of the day with some hands on the move in the move area. Go back and take a look at that as well. Fact of the matter is, we didn't do enough to win the football game, overcome whatever adversity, whether it was injuries or anything else. Now, Kevin O'Connell's very diplomatic there, but he got his point across without directly calling out officiating. Overcome whatever adversity, whether it was injuries or anything else. Anything else was obviously officiating. All right, and we say it a bunch. You have to play better than the refs ref because they will make mistakes. But again, when they make mistakes in the same direction, it's really rough. And we knew that there was going to be trouble when the officiating crew walked in because it was the same damn officiating crew as the Week 4 alleged loss, Week 5 alleged loss against the Kansas City Chiefs. And there was a lot of malfeasance in that one too because the whole Watson 0 feet down before the half, Kansas City was able to get points. MVS grabbed Harrison on the defensive pass interference on a very key play. And also L'Jarius Sneed cleared DPI and minimum defensive holding. They also missed illegal hands to the face on Kirk Cousins on that 4th down. And also, so L'Jarius Sneed took they initially threw the flag, picked it up. L'Jarius Sneed took his helmet off to plead his case. Now, that should be an automatic 50-yard penalty. Now, I know people will say, well, that won't overturn the 4th down. There was time left in the game. The Vikings still had a shot, and the Vikings having good field position, an extra 15 yards would have mattered. It would have impacted the game. And also, hey, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty. I mean, it's pretty clearly black and white. But instead of throwing the flag and giving the Vikings 15 yards, the officials told L'Jarius Sneed of the Kansas City Chiefs, put your helmet back on. And it was probably one of the worst officiating games I've ever seen. But then came Sunday. Again, same officiating crew, and it needs to be looked into. They should not be allowed to officiate Vikings games until something is investigated because it's just ridiculous, man. And again, I understand it's a bad look for fans because we always like, oh, the refs are against us and the announcers are against us. But again, when every single high leverage call goes against you, makes you question a lot of things. Also, what's amazing, all of that had to happen for the Chiefs to win by 1 score. All of this had to happen for the Lions to win by 1 score. So again, coulda, woulda, shoulda on the season. But again, you have to play better than the refs ref. You have to play better than turnovers. You have to play better than injuries. And the Vikings ultimately didn't do it. But again, it's just the hell, man. The hell. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell questioned some officiating on Sunday against the Lions. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.